is, like, I remember in like 2016 that we were like, oh, I hope 2017's a bit better, because 2016's been shit. And then 2016, 17 got worse. And then at the end of 2017, I remember thinking, right, 2018 can't get any better. And what happened? It got fucking worse. I mean, 2019 literally has to be better. I can't see how it can get any worse.
Well, I've said, haven't I, this year we're either going to do better or we're going to die.
Yeah.
This year we won't get a Christmas, we'll be dead, or we'll get a good Christmas.
Right. I'd really like a nice Christmas.
That's
like,
how you can feel better, because this Christmas has been pretty shit. You've not been able to afford presents for
I've not been able to buy anything for anyone.
Here's the thing, right? Next Christmas you'll either be dead or it'll be better. You can afford presents.
Yeah. So either way, I don't need to really worry about it. So that's one less thing to worry about.
We're working really hard and we've learned a lot of lessons. We've dealt with so much unfair shit this year.
Yeah.
That we're basically back on a sort of playing field that we know how to, cope with now, and just, things should get better. And if they don't, well, that's the final, thing for us, because we wouldn't be able to survive anything more.
No.
We've literally we've let all of our blood. There's no more blood left to give.
Yeah. Is that why I'm tired all the time?
I love this road. It reminds me of when I had the Evo.
Yeah.
It used to feel so good, coming out of my house 6 a.m. in the morning to go to work. It was the only good thing in my entire day, working out of patrol. Just coming on this road and just letting rip as soon as it's at the national zone, and that was the highlight of my day.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I still miss the coupe, because even though she's still sat on the drive at home, with no battery in her, I'd love to get back in her at some point. Maybe this year.
Well, you need to fix the paint. I mean, every time I go past it, it looks like I don't know what it looks like. It's like something's been to war.
She does look battle worn, but that's the only thing letting her down. I mean, mechanically she's sound. I don't think there's a Fiat on the road that's as good as that. She doesn't leak oil. There's a Fiat that doesn't leak oil.
You've basically done everything to my cars, and they've not let me down in anything that you've done.
No.
And I trust them really, really well.
Yeah.
Because this Subaru is basically a lemon, but if anything's going to go wrong with it, I know it's not going to be anything you've done.
Yeah.
It's going to be something new that we can fix and make better.
Yeah.
But when I've been in your Fiat Coupe,
Yeah.
I do get the impression that something's going to majorly fall off past the drivetrain or something.
That's because it already has. To be honest, I mean, I think she is absolutely mechanically sound right now. Like, nothing's going to fall off of her. I mean, she's had a full engine rebuild now. She's got an upgraded turbo. She's even got upgraded engine internals. Forged pistons.
That's where Mr. Brimble used to be, do you remember?
Who?
Remember Mr. Brimble?
No.
We went to school with his sons, do you remember?
Brimble?
Yeah, the garden centre. And that's where this car broke down there, when the engine blew up.
What was it?
The crankshaft snapped, didn't it?
And you had to get an aircraft grade engine from America to replace it.
I managed to drive this car all the way from that slip road we came down, because that's where it happened. As soon as I started accelerating on that slip road, the crankshaft snapped. And I managed to keep driving it until that lane down there, where it finally just stopped and it wouldn't start again.
Dear God.
Now, the thing that worries me is they were selling those engines for aircraft in America.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to fly in a box of diesel.
Well, the thing about aircraft is at least they can glide. I mean...
Yeah, at least the car can roll.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not, like, fatal.
No.
Unless you crash into something. But then again, that's the same in an airplane that's gliding.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop it crashing into something.
No, it doesn't. I mean,
the one benefit of blowing up your engine is you're only going to get slower and slower.
Yes.
So
it's like the opposite of the Toyota problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the, you know, it's not like your throttle pedal sticking and you're accelerating into a wall at 120, 130, whatever mile an hour those cars could actually reach.
I mean, I do think about that situation and I try to imagine what it would be like.
What, accelerating?
Yeah, without any control. And the problem is, every single time, like I'm imagining it now, going down the real hill,
Yeah.
I get a speeding ticket for a start because of the new cameras.
Yeah.
But I think I'd probably make this first turn.
You wouldn't, because they're average speed cameras.
Oh yeah, I'd crash before.
Yeah, actually, this isn't a Toyota, so what you'd be able to do is take it out of gear,
Yeah.
turn the key, turn the engine
I
off.
still think that I was racking my brain because being in business, I like to think that there must be some solution that everyone else has missed. Is there like a piece of trim you could pull off, and if you knew the right thing to do, you know, pull that.
In a car like this, yes, there's loads you can do. In the Toyotas, there wasn't. There was no way to switch the engine off. The handbrake would get overwhelmed because the brakes are crap. The foot brake would get overwhelmed because the brakes are crap. They were automatic, you know, so there was no way to take it out of gear. It was all. It's like the whole computer says no thing, but it's built into your car.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I'm thinking, right, is, you know, they say fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if your throttle pedal got stuck and you're accelerating,
Yeah.
your first instinct is to try and figure out how to stop the car.
Yeah.
But what if you think the other way? Why not just try and, I don't know, is there a way to accelerate even more? I mean, the throttle pedal's stuck fully open, isn't it? It's not stuck halfway or something. Because if it's stuck halfway, why not go even faster?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that would achieve, but maybe the police might see you and start to chase you. And at that point, things are a little better than if it's happening with just you on your own.
Yeah, because
they're going to stop you. They're not going to let you speed.
no, they could actually in America, which is where all these happen. They do the thing where they overtake you.
Yeah.
And they box you in, and
is it T-boning?
they do the pit maneuver, don't they?
I can't remember.
Where they push on the back end of your car and steer you in off to the side of the road, and then they brake, so you oversteer into the other side of the road.
But this reminds me of something that happened on this very road a few weeks back. I was telling you because it was in the leader. There was a guy, right, and he suddenly started driving up against the central reservation, sparks and everything.
Oh yeah,
and
the one that had a stroke.
Yeah, so some of the guys basically got in front of him, stopped the car, dragged him out and punched him, you know, to death.
Yeah.
And they didn't realise he was having a stroke. They thought he was just blind drunk.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, you know, you've got to, whenever someone is doing anything that you perceive to be a threat or bad behaviour, you've got to ask yourself, could it be a medical condition?
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to tell sometimes, and maybe you shouldn't take the law into your own hands. Maybe that's why vigilantism is bad, because you might misinterpret someone's actions. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, so going back to, you know, speeding, you know, the thing is, what was this Toyota? What model?
I can't.
Was it
I don't remember.
a Lexus? It's going to have a high top speed then, isn't it? Something like 140, 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, because if it was like
a Yaris.
Yeah, Yaris. You know,
you're going to get to 100 at most.
You know, that's just normal for any British road, whatever it is.
Yeah, as long as you know, even if you come up against traffic, you just dive down the slip road, and you know it wouldn't be long until you ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
Or the engine would overheat.
See, that's actually, you've figured out the solution to the problem. Run out of fuel.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're going to accelerate to your top speed. So therefore, you need to hope that you're on a good long straight road. This road would be fine, to be honest. I think you could probably run yourself out of fuel quite easily. I mean, when I had the Evo 9, it was very, very easy to drive to Conway and be out of fuel from Hollywell. You know, and that's what, 20-something miles?
Yeah.
So I think if you were going top speed, I heard that the Evo 9 FQ400 has 4 miles to the gallon, and can empty its tank in, was it 4 minutes or 9 minutes?
Hang on, it's a 100 litre tank though on the Evo.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm sure it is. I'm sure
I'm pretty sure it's a 45-litre tank.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure, because that's one of the big complaints about it. You fill it up constantly.
Wow.
I mean, I've had an Evo 9, and it was definitely a very, very small tank. I don't know.
How much fuel did you put in?
Well, about 4 or 5.
Right, yeah, so it'd be about a 50-litre tank then.
Yeah. And don't forget that because it's 4-wheel drive, and it was originally a 2-wheel drive car, they split the fuel tank.
Yeah, so it's got the left side and the right side.
And the normal one.
Yeah.
The normal one. So, but yeah, I think the solution to the problem with this throttle stock is just keep going until you run out of fuel. Now, what I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
There are things you can do to decrease your fuel economy.
Windows down.
So you want windows
aircon
down, aircon on, radio blaring.
Yep.
Some people say that works.
It should.
I know. You need to take off your pants and stick them out the window like a parachute. Were the passengers in the car?
Yeah, there was.
Right, well, there you go. You've got a load of extra help there to slow
so
the car down.
arms out the window as well.
You know. Open the boot.
Open the boot. Yeah, you should have the boot release.
Bonnet. Oh no, wait a minute. You won't be able to see.
Yeah. Also, the bonnets can't be released when they're driving.
Can they not?
No, guess what? You've got the latch for.
Should I try it?
They have a latch, don't they?
You've got a latch here.
No. But you've got the latch under the bonnet.
Oh right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
That's literally what that's there for.
Right, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. It's so if you accidentally pull the bonnet release, it doesn't fly up when you're driving along.
That's good, because every rally I've ever seen, that latch doesn't work.
They don't use the latch, that's why.
Why not? Because in a rally, that seems to be the most obvious time to have that latch.
What they do instead is they have 2 locks, one either side. They actually have 2. And so when it fails in the rally, it's because both of those locks are broken off.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, so... well, they might have the latch as well. Maybe they've got 3 things holding the bonnet down. Stop it flying up into the...
There's Botherwydden Hospital. Very depressing place.
Death.
It always reminds me, I think that one should actually be called the German name Krankenhaus. House of Suffering. Because some hospitals here are nice, you know. I've been to Leeds General, and that's a nice hospital. It's like glass everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like a university or something.
Yeah, even that private one in Wrexham, next to the Mylar.
And Mylar's another terrible one. They're awful places. You know, the stench of death you get when you walk into them.
Yeah.
That's not there in Leeds.
No.
It's like learning, almost like a university.
Do you know what, right? I couldn't believe when I went to Japan, the hospital in Japan. I think it was the Asuka Hospital.
Asuka, that's a new wrestler in WWE, that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think you got that wrong.
Right. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. But anyway, this hospital was huge. I mean, twice the size of Botherwydden.
Yeah.
But it was absolutely immaculate. You know, so clean. There's no. But the thing that got me is there's no stupid fuckery on the walls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you go into any doctor's surgery, hospital, or wherever in the UK, and there's all. Do you really need to go see a doctor? You know, written on the wall.
Yeah.
And, you know,
it's like the dentist.
There's no cure for the common cold.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, say that.
Tell your doctor if you're pregnant. You know, it's like what?
There's one good thing going for Botherwydden, and that's my granddad, who was from Ireland, couldn't pronounce it. And so every time they needed to go there, he'd always say, "I'm going to Bodley Waddley.
Hey, Bodley Waddley."
In fact, we're pronouncing it wrong anyway, so I'm pretty sure it's Botherwydden, something like that, yeah.
It's a double
You've got to say it in a Welsh accent, otherwise you're going to say it wrong.
It's the double D, you know. Double Ds are great when they're on a bra, not so great when they're in a Welsh place name.
Yeah, because we don't have a double D in the English alphabet. We just
a double F or a double L.
Just use 2 Ds and 2 Fs.
Yeah.
Which is easier, I think.
Yeah. Although we wouldn't use 2 Ds, because why would you need 2 Ds?
I'm sure there must be an English word with 2 Ds in it, surely. I mean, there usually is these things that you don't realise, you know.
Maybe.
But one thing I don't get about the double D letter in, say, Welsh, right?
Yeah.
Is how
If it was English, you know, then it would be 2 normal Ds. But because it's Welsh, it's a th, not a d.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too good with these strange letters in alphabets. German's the same, isn't it? With
it's curly S.
I can't remember what it is, the big B thing that is actually an S.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of.
God, I always remember that German teacher. He always used to say the same thing. Entschuldigung.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
It's like my boss. You know, he'd come in every morning and just be there grinning and say, "Us, us."
I think we'll have to try.
Us.
We'll have to try and figure out if we know anyone who speaks German who can possibly translate Entschuldigung. Because I don't know, maybe I'm saying it wrong. You know how bad I am with accents. I'm probably not doing a German accent. That's probably the problem. I need to try and get into a German accent first.
Do you know? Right, I've been not Skyping, but you know, Discord. I've been talking with a lot of German friends recently. None of them have what I would consider to be a German accent. They really don't. I think it's a myth. It's a lie. I think it's an accent they put on for tourists.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, what's his name? The guy in Mercedes F1 team. He's got.
He's Austrian.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. What we think is like the German accent. It's not. That's the Austrian accent.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. No one in Germany sounds like that. They're all in Austria.
I'm just trying to think.
You're thinking of Toto Wolff, aren't you?
Toto, or was it Franz Tost? No, it's Toto Wolff.
It is Toto Wolff.
Yeah, Toto Wolff. He's got that really amazing.
It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger accent.
He just sounds so good. Like, you know, you want to sign for his team straight away. So yeah. So long story short, basically.
I mean, Vettel's German, isn't he?
Yeah,
he doesn't sound German though, does he?
It's not. No. Well, maybe it is a myth that, you know, the German accent is kind of put on as a caricature, perhaps.
Maybe.
When it's that deep.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously, you know, it's New Year's, so everyone in Germany's been watching that British sketch Dinner for One, and that definitely has.
I'm going to have to. I am going to have to ask
because we don't sound like that.
All my German friends about that. Like it probably is true because I know just how weird Germans are.
Have you heard? There's a new rule coming in.
I want to know if this guy has heard that. Just beside him, there is a fucking cycle path.
Oh, yeah, there is. But isn't that going the wrong way?
Cycle paths are bi-directional, Dan.
How does that work? How do you avoid like head-on?
You drive on the left. Same as on a road.
Well, the thing is, right, with this cyclist in front of us, I'm reminded of the new law. You have to leave at least 4 metres.
No, the roads are only 5 metres.
Must be feet then.
4 foot.
Yeah, 4 feet when passing.
So a metre and a bit.
Yeah, when passing any cyclist.
Yeah.
And,
in case they're drunk and they fall off and go under your wheels.
Well, it's one of the new things they're bringing out this year. One of the new rules.
They bring out
lights. I've not noticed these before.
Yeah.
Pretty.
They put them up for Christmas.
Must
They put them up in September.
Where's all the money coming from in Kimmel Bay? It's all old people.
And it's all the drug dealers.
Drug dealers.
It's literally where all...
How does that get to the council?
I don't know. Maybe that's where the bins came from. Maybe the drug dealers funded the good recycling programs.
Well, you know, this is Kimmel Bay. It's not even the main town, and yet it's got really amazing Christmas lights.
Yes.
You know,
because the
hasn't got any
main
Christmas
town
lights.
is Denbighshire Council, not Conway
I bet
Council.
Denby doesn't have good Christmas lights. We'll have to take a trip to Denby to see the Christmas lights.
Well, we can't now. They'll be down by the weekend.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Maybe next year.
Back to your coupe.
Yes.
And by that, I mean your car, not your house.
Right. Okay. Right, I will see you tomorrow.
Alright, okay.
Take care.